Good afternoon, everybody. It is Farmer Dan with Middle Ground Farm, and wanted to give you a Blackberry update. So here's the story. In fall of 2015, I planted the equivalent of twigs like this into the ground. I planted 200 of them along this fence line. It's roughly 600 feet of fence line. If you do the math, every 3 feet, I put a blackberry bush. Or blackberry twig. And last year I was not in a position to do anything wonderful for them as far as irrigation. It was a long, hot, very dry summer, and so a number of them perished. In fact, quite a few. My count this spring was 120 of the 200 were still with us. Now, good news is some of them have done incredibly well, as you can see here. And one of the things that I wanted to do last year was to try and see if I could root some of these guys. So when you get ones like this, these big long runners, pretty much blackberries want to root wherever their branches are touching the ground. So what I did last year was late summer, early fall, I took some of the longer runners and I opened up the ground under here and I buried a bunch of these longer runners together and let it go just to see what happened. So the amazing and wonderful thing is something happened. So here is the gaping hole where I just pulled this from. And if you take a look at this, this is a number of the branches that I put into the ground. And you can actually see here's one that I had to clip back from the mother plant. But if you look, these have actually already started putting up entire new plants. It's been just absolutely stupendous and wonderful. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these guys, and this will be subdivided into multiples, right? There's probably 4 or 5 in here. I'll break it up as best I can without damaging the roots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant them in all the spots where you see these little red flags. Because basically everywhere there's a flag, that kind of shows you that there was a blackberry bush that didn't make it. And so I'm going to replant those. There is a drip irrigation emitter there. All of my blackberries will have drip irrigation this year. So I suspect that they should do amazingly better, aside from the fact that we now already have established roots on most of these. So just been in the process. It's been a cloudy, slightly drizzly, cooler day, so figured it was a perfect day to be doing this kind of transplanting. So that's what I'm up to right now. Just getting ready to move these guys over and put them in their new home. Hope you find it wonderful as I do. It's Farmer Dan signing off.